another episode of Hold My Wine, a wonderfully Willamette podcast. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
Outstanding.
Awesome.
Good to hear. Yeah.
Well, we want to again reintroduce Nate, owner of Olden Wine Bar. He is our newest addition to the podcast. We're so excited to have him on. So you'll be hearing at least one dad joke a week. At least that's the minimum. One dad joke a week from him.
Happens. It's like the more wine comes in, the more bad jokes come out. So it's a filter system.
We're excited to have you here. We're excited to have you join us. You're amazing. You're hilarious.
Stop.
Oh, are we supposed to keep? Okay. Your wife is amazing too. Wow.
Yeah. No, she keeps me around. I mean, how much of a saint can you be after that?
She's so much fun.
She is. I really do like her.
Yeah, me too. I also like her.
You love her.
I love her. I love her.
Do you guys have plans for Valentine's?
Oh, yeah. What are the plans for Valentine's?
Oh my good. Well, I'll be here. But we're doing stuff here all Valentine's Day week. We got live music. We're doing a paint and sip Valentine's Day week right afterwards on that Thursday. Beautiful like watercolors that couples can do together. Like last year, we're gonna have some rosé specials, and then we'll work with Truffle Shuffle Salem to get some special truffles in here to pair with the wine during that week too. So,
Well, no, what are you doing for your wife?
what am I doing?
Yes, that's the question.
It's a surprise, right?
It's a surprise. It's too early to say. It's not even February.
All right, Trevor.
What am I doing? I'm still undecided about going out for a fancy dinner or preparing a fancy dinner at home.
Oh my gosh, do you cook?
I cook.
I didn't know that. What do you like to cook?
All sorts of things. It always involves either a fish or a steak or something like that. And then
Oh, yeah.
if I could choose any meal to cook for myself, it would be steak, pasta, and say a veggie like Brussels sprouts or something like that.
Very full meal.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of carbs and protein.
Did you learn to cook from your dad?
Yeah, I learned from my dad and my mom.
The reason I ask is because I know we know his dad, so that's the reason. Your dad seems like he'd be a good cook.
He can cook.
Yeah.
I just can't. All I see is like him like with like making chicken nuggets or something. I can't actually see. Yeah.
What is this chicken nugget?
I'm thinking of what is an air fryer? An air fryer.
Oh, I can air fry.
That's an air fryer.
Yeah. Well, it has the little handle. You like click.
Use air fryers in my house. I have like 3 children plus 2 adults.
That's why you have an air fryer.
Air fryer would have to be, I'd have to have like 4 air fryers.
Like the two-sided ones.
They're teenagers. They eat for 20.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see you cooking a meal.
It's an air fryer in place.
Good job, Trevor. Katie, what are you doing for me for Valentine's Day?
It's a surprise.
Well, what I will be doing for myself,
Yes.
I will be treating myself to Valentine's Day. I will be having a lovely dinner and then going to a sauna and then probably getting a manicure and massage.
Do you know where the dinner's at already?
No, not yet. I'm surprising myself, obviously. Yeah.
That's the surprise.
Yeah, I hope you don't wait till last minute.
Oh, it will be last. I'll pull a Trevor and be like, Trevor, do you have extra steak?
Yeah. This is a great McMeal. I think I'll have an apple pie for dessert.
If all else fails, just come
yeah.
Vault and get some barbecue. Yeah.
Here, I mean, Vault next door with great barbecue or tacos, and Valentine's Day's on a Wednesday this year.
Well, we're having our monthly mingle the day after, but there's supposed to be speed dating here, is what I heard.
Some sort of dating event is happening here. I put brighter minds than mine to be in charge of figuring that one out.
I like it.
I don't want to be in charge of a bunch of singles, ladies or guys, because I'll just mess it all. I haven't been that in over a quarter of a century, so...
We're not complicated, I promise. We're very simple creatures.
Yeah, but what about the girls?
I already know I'm not simple. I have accepted the fact that I am multifaceted.
Like an ogre.
Like a what?
Like an ogre. They have layers.
Wait, what did you say? An ogre?
Like an onion.
Onion. I mean,
That's a dad joke. Yeah, that's a dad joke for before your time. So, there's people out there that are going to watch this like,
So language barrier.
yeah, that's right. So there's this big green animated ogre, right? And he's friends with a donkey.
Oh, that came out when I was like,
yes.
oh, wow.
Like when I was negative.
I wasn't born yet.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, since we are both on the board for the Salem Fire Foundation, throwing it out there. We're having a breakfast at Mission Mill Spinning Room, 7:30. Go to their website, salemfirefoundation.org. You can opt to sit at a table with both Allie and myself and a firefighter or first responder. It's a fantastic opportunity to learn more about the Salem Fire Foundation, the Salem Fire Department, and just give us your money.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, sorry, this is a weird way to get a date.
You know, that's what my hope is. That's how I'm meeting my firefighter husband.
Yeah. Yeah, or a non-firefighter that comes there to mingle.
They're all firefighters in my head, so.
Also, they'll have like a rose, a bottle of wine, and chocolates that you can purchase. So if you were like last minute person who needs something for Valentine's Day, come see us.
Come on down, come hang with us.
Or see me.
Well, you're not going to be open at 7:30 in the morning.
Come to the Salem Fire Foundation breakfast in the morning.
If you're really last minute, then you can come see me. I need a bottle of wine. It's like, I'm meeting her in half an hour.
God.
I love it. Yeah.
Perfect it. All right, Nate, what are we drinking?
Let's see. Right now, I'm pouring a 2022 Syrah from Para Wine Company out of Dallas, Oregon.
No.
It's a delightful, peppery kind of Syrah from Sam Para makes. One of our great Latino winemakers here in the Willamette Valley. And it is beautiful and delightful. And I noticed you switched over to something else.
Did.
Red wine person. But you've got...
Trying.
I've got here the Garibaldi out of Tiger, Garibaldi Cellars, their white blend, their Annie, which is a Chardonnay, Riesling, Pinot Gris blend.
Fun. It's all delicious. I did have a sip of the red one before. It's good. I'm slowly adapting. My taste buds are...
It's a simple person,
Yeah.
we've discovered.
I'm basic. I'm the best way possible. I think I'm pretty simple. Like, I can have that while eating something. Right. I have to, like, with red wine, I have to, like, I like that combo. But for me to just sip on, I can't. I'll fall asleep. I will nod off in the corner real quick.
Rosé all day for you or something like that.
Rosé. You know I can do rosé all day.
How about a rosé next week?
That would be fun. I need a shirt that says rosé all day.
I got a Yes Way rosé shirt, too. Yeah, from Sam Para.
Oh, fun.
We're just going to get you all the rosé,
Oh, I know. And a hat and everything.
all the swag. I know what I'm doing for you for Valentine's Day.
All right, so what else is happening? We have obviously Valentine's coming up. What else?
Well, I've got some live music that's coming up this Sunday. So every Sunday we have live music from 3 to 5. And we've got Andrew Hussey coming up here, playing for his first time in here on Sunday, the 4th. So that's going to be exciting.
Ooh, cool.
Looking forward to that.
And you always have fun stuff going. Are you having a Super Bowl party this year?
We
It's on a Sunday?
It is on a Super Bowl Sunday this year is on a Sunday. You are correct. We will be having the Super Bowl played here for Super Bowl Sunday as well. That'll be very exciting. Planning on having some food and everything for anybody that wants to come up and enjoy music, enjoy the game.
That'll be good.
Whole 9 yards.
You guys just wait till track season's here. You guys are going to all flip your script and track seasons around.
I think you're absolutely right because I don't know anything about track other than my teenage son.
Or a field.
Or well, I thought that was Anfield. I thought that was track and field.
And
Like if you're running, it's track. But if you're throwing a large, heavy ball, it's field.
it's technically on it's in a pit, but
But they don't say track and field and pit.
they kind of do.
See, that's how much I don't know. I'm a simple person.
It's track and field.
All I know is you run really fast, you jump off the NES mat, and then you jump back on the NES mat, and that gives you a long distance run. That's way before your time too. That stands for Nintendo Entertainment System, and they had a whole track and field game.
What are you? Oh, like the Wii?
Go like 30 years before that, and then yeah,
Wee's like
But dated.
grandparent.
Okay.
grandchild. The Wii would be the grandchild.
Right, that's what I'm. Yeah.
The original
Yeah.
entertainment system from the 80s. Yeah, and they had they had this pad you would lay down on the ground and you could run on it. When you jumped, it would jump over.
Oh, it's like, what is it called? What's Dance
Dance Revolution.
Oh, I played that. That was my workout when I was homeschooled.
Really?
My mom could do it.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, she'd be like, all right, it's time for PE. And she'd take out the Dance Revolution mat. We'd have to do it for like 30 minutes.
Do you guys have TV and gaming system?
We did, but it was very limited on the usage.
Gotcha.
My parents were specific about how we grew up. We didn't act like we had specific TV privileges when we were little.
But not like a no Dance Revolution in our house.
We could always watch. We could do DDR.
Oh, look at you.
DDR, sorry. So it's not like you lived in a village that didn't allow dance.
Basically. Almost.
And Kevin Bacon shows up, teach you how to DDR.
He actually did show up with it.
No, every house needs bacon.
That's how we came to be. That's how we found out about DDR. Yeah. Kevin Bacon was in Footloose.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We just didn't know it was in the DDR.
All right, Trevor, what's going on in the world of lending? All right.
Well, we have seen rates stay pretty steady over the last few weeks. They have come up a little bit since their lows in late December. We are sitting at about 4-week highs, but we're definitely a lot lower than we were in the fall of 2023. Fannie Mae has come out and said they expect interest rates to fall below 6 by the end of 2024. 6%, that is. Nothing set in stone, but that is their expectation coming from official source. So this year should start to heat up, hopefully for home buyers, with lower payments, lower rates, and just more activity in the market with the low rates.
That's great news.
Is there anything else that's come out like loan-wise that has been a little bit unusual or surprising?
Something that just basically became official is the 5% down rule for 2 to 4 unit properties with conventional loans.
Okay.
So that used to be at least 15% for a duplex and then up to 25% for a fourplex. But now that is just 5% down for an owner occupied.
It's slight change.
Yeah, slight change. Yeah. But definitely makes it a lot more accessible to a wider range of people. So yeah, very exciting.
Because I know a lot of people who are interested in that but don't necessarily have that much upfront funds.
Yeah, 20% can be a lot, especially when you're getting into a multifamily property that's twice as much as a single family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about like a cool mill, and it's like, 20% of that or 5% of that. Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, much easier to stomach.
So you just got to live in the property for a year, but you can start your investment.
With your family?
Well, your family doesn't have to live there.
Just the purchaser. Okay.
But yeah, just got to live there for a year and then you can move out and move on to another property.
That's a great opportunity, though. It really is. Well, it was one thing, especially because we've been bringing up, the NAR lawsuit, obviously every week, kind of keeping everyone as updated as we possibly can on it. And we actually got some information. Charlene had recently gone to one of the MVAR meetings that they're having just to educate a whole bunch of realtors and obviously the public on kind of what's going on with the NAR lawsuit and kind of how to approach it. So she went and found out that there's a whole bunch of bad press towards the NAR, but the NAR is actually the one we should welcome and thank for having a 30-year fixed mortgage, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah, that's what she said. She said it was from a source we'll put down below, but she actually said that NAR was really the reason why that is the way it is. It's a lot of other places, especially like Europe and stuff, they just have to refinance every 5 years. So it's interesting, but again, a little touch on the NAR lawsuit, kind of what we're talking about.
So for anyone who doesn't know, MVAR stands for
Mid Valley,
Association of Realtors.
There you go. Good job, Trevor.
Yeah.
It's an association that we go to, again, to get educated. We have to pay dues to MVAR. You have to be associated with it to be a realtor.
Yes, you do. The idea of how it works is you pay the NAR the total amount of dues, and then it gets dispersed to whichever local community association of realtors you're in. And like we've mentioned before, that the association of realtors, whichever one it is, whether it's national, local, statewide, you're held to a much higher standard of ethics in that if someone, say a buyer or seller, or really anyone for that matter, assumes that an agent may be doing something unethical, then they can take that to the Association of Realtors, and there are implications for someone who is non-compliance with their ethics.
Big changes, again, still happening. We'll kind of keep you updated as it continues. I know the latest update that we gave you was that we just had our first buyer who filed a lawsuit. I don't remember where it was, but yeah, we had our first buyer now who has filed a lawsuit along with all the other sellers at NAR. Are you updated with what's going on, Nate?
Oh, yeah. No. No.
Good chance for a quick recap.
I was like, why you keep talking about the NRA?
And no, NAR.
NAR, National Association of Realtors.
Exactly.
It's what it is. And there's lawsuits coming, I mean, just out of the ears of America. It's
Against the NAR?
against the NAR and also against large brokerages such as Keller Williams, Home Services of America, and also we're starting to see smaller, more like local community brokerages. The basis of it is price fixing and commissions not being transparent, or the buyer or seller not being told that commissions are negotiable.
So when you've bought or sold a house within the last blank years, this is what the lawsuit are about then? Or it's like within the last 10 years, there's been no transparency? Or is it just like...
It's
In a
think
sense.
case-by-case situation on who you worked with. They're basically saying that who they worked with was not transparent about where the money was going and what they were actually paying for.
when I buy my house and it's got this super long contract and says where every single dollar is at the end and then there's the bottom line type scenarios. Like as long as I have that, then
Not necessarily. I think what you're talking about, what it sounds like to me, what you're talking about is called an estimated settlement statement or a settlement statement, where you have the debits and credits and everything of a buyer and seller get to review, and it tells you exactly what your financial responsibilities are in that purchase. It's more so when you sign a contract with an agent to sell your home, the agent will discuss a brokerage fee or commission, and it's one and the same. And it's a percentage based on whatever the brokerage's policy is for what they're liable for financially.
they don't just throw out an arbitrary number and you'd be like, oh, that's what it went to. They went to that. But then like, why specifically?
Right, it's not supposed to be. Whoever you're working with should be able to show you exactly where all of those funds are going, whatever percentage of like the proceeds, they should be able to split it up and give you some sort of breakdown.
An itemized breakdown of where all the funds went to. Because if you're paying it, where'd it go?
Right.
Because not only do you want to know, but the federal government is going to want to know that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, of course. But what really the basis of it is, these sellers are paying a certain percentage of commission, and what a lot of these sellers are saying is that they were not made aware that the percentage that gets paid to the agent representing the buyer should have been negotiable. Mm-hmm. So there's, X amount goes to a seller's agent, X amount percentage-wise goes to the agent representing the buyer, which combines your total brokerage fee. And that's how it had been presented for a long time. But really it's, hey, our brokerage fee is X amount, and what you get to compensate the buyer's agent for is negotiable and in your full control.
Gotcha. So that's the real reason I'm here. Because I'm Mr. Johnny on the street, like, I don't know what you're talking about with the NRA. No, it's the NAR. And like, there's a lawsuit going on. Like, are they suing me? No. You can jump in on it if you bought a house or sold a house.
Well, someone who's not kind of in our industry and like your perspective on things. Like, when did you buy your house?
That's a good question. No, 2017.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And how was the process?
Pretty easy,
Yeah.
I think. Well, our realtor was also a friend of ours too. So she found her house. I was living in New York at the time, and I was selling a house there and then working on buying a house here. And so I bought it. The only thing I had seen from it was on video too.
Okay.
So my wife was here with our kids and she was like, I found our house. I'm like, okay.
So, okay.
So I'm like, cool, I'm tall. Here's what the kitchen looks like. Cool, I'm also a chef. I went to culinary school and everything.
Didn't you also do like drama and stuff? What did you get your degree in?
Which one? I have so many.
All of them.
All of them? Yeah. I have a hospitality management degree from my culinary school. I have a production management degree when I worked on aircraft. I'm actually finishing up a business degree on my last course right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Literally right now as you look at your watch.
I just upload this. This will come out. I'll upload the link and I'll like bonus points.
For real life experience, right?
What's that?
You get credit for real life experience.
I study a lot for my University of Phoenix degree.
That's awesome. Congratulations. How long have you been working on that?
That's a good question too. Let's see. I don't know. Since last year, I think.
Oh, wow, good. Good for you. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Another certificate to hang on the wall.
You know what else is coming up? In February, Nate's birthday.
It's true. That's Valentine's Day week.
Which day in February?
The 12th. Lincoln was born on my birthday.
My son is February 1st.
All right. A fellow Aquarian.
Yes. So is this what I have to look forward to?
This is what
with all the ladies.
This is your future.
Oh, yeah.
He already has the dad jokes going on.
You snagged a pretty good one, I would say. I mean,
Michelle's amazing.
amazing. Okay, what do you have planned for your birthday?
Going to Spirit Mountain.
Oh, nice. Okay.
What is your go-to gambling game?
So I enjoy winning money off roulette because I've never walked away from Spirit Mountain without extra money in my pocket. So I can win money on roulette, but I enjoy losing my money at craps. So I recently learned craps about a year and a half-ish ago, and it's like before I was like, I watch it, couldn't figure it out. I'd read on it, couldn't figure it out. Go to Vegas, watch people do it, couldn't figure it out. And finally, when you go to Spirit Mountain, it's not always packed in there, and the people at the craps table are like, oh, come on in, we'll teach you as you go. And like, this is a lot of fun. It's like, I'll lose $5, $10, $20, and they're like, all right, hold on, I'm gonna go to the roulette table. Then I come back and I lose a little bit more, but I have fun doing it.
Craps is the one that I want to learn because apparently I think it's the second best odds in the house,
I mean,
or maybe the best.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't play the one-armed bandits.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's in the name.
But yeah, craps is fun and good odds.
A lot of fun. And you're betting on other people rolling dice too. You can get excited. I have a blast.
Yeah, you got to do it in a group and all that. Little party.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody's on a roll. It's a lot of fun. So that's my go-to is go there. I like to walk up and pull the Wesley Snipes method on roulette, where you just walk up to the table, you put like $300 or $400 on black, because Wesley Snipes always bet on black, and then you put that on there, and then you walk away with like $600, and then you start losing that money at the craps table. It's fun.
Okay. Allie and I were just talking that we're more of the penny slots.
I can't. I don't know how to play anything.
I've never walked away positive from gambling. I can't say.
So the 12th of February we'll go, and then I'll show you how it's done, and that'll be the day I lose all my money.
I can't. I like seeing the colors go around. I don't.
I don't play the penny slot. So is it just like colors going around, or is it pictures?
It's both. And then it just yells at you. You're just kind of like.
I never know what I'm going for though, because like all of a sudden it'll connect this to that to that to that, and you got $5.
Just do max
What I
bet.
did was I watched this little Netflix documentary on this little lady who did it, and so we were at some brewery or something, and I played the little penny slots, and I just did what she did, like the same like rhythm that she did, and I ended up winning $25. But that's the most I've ever won.
Oh, so this is like a little like Oregon
It was just like behind a bar, yeah.
theme thing that they have in all the bars and kind of thing.
But that's my go-to.
When are you getting your video lottery?
I mean, I don't do video lottery, so it's like I just go to Spirit Mountain like once or twice a year or something. I'd like to go once a quarter because it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's so close to us in Salem. It's such a half an hour or less. Casino does have a bunch of new restaurants.
So they closed off that whole section that used to be the buffet. Now that post-COVID world where buffets are like, I don't want to eat the same food that somebody else is sneezing on.
I said, even before COVID, it's one of those like, do you really want
It's
to?
just the last straw.
That's how you build up your immune system.
Oh, that's how you catch.
Exactly. I actually do agree with that.
When I see some man go and grab a handful of stuff instead of using the spirit, I'm like, no, thank you.
I'm sorry, when have you seen that?
You went to the hometown buffet on Lancaster?
I guess that is where you would see it.
Man, it's what happened in Texas, and I was like, no, thank you.
The chocolate fountain, they're all like, that's good.
So gross.
Maybe I haven't been to enough buffets.
But he was just so old, you can't say anything where it's like, okay,
It's like, excuse me, sir.
well, you just don't want to bother him because he's in his own little world.
I mean, at that point, it's too late. You know, if he's done it, you
Old dog, new tricks kind of scenario.
You just give him the thing. You just take it out, and here you go, and just keep it.
This orange chicken belongs to you now. But yeah, Spirit Mountain for my birthday. That's the plan.
Fun. Well, also in February, so we've never gone to a Salem Capitals football or basketball. I do know my sports. Be quiet. Shh. I know Salem
I
Capitals.
have also never been to a Salem Capitals football game.
No one has.
I'm so excited for this.
Basketball game. So the first one we said before was on the 18th of February, but they actually have a little meet and greet coming up. I believe it's on February something, but it's happening soon. But where you get to meet kind of some of the players, and the whole goal is to see how they communicate with the community and how they interact with us and stuff.
Jason does a lot there with the Salem Capitals.
Jason does. So does what's his name?
Damo?
Yes.
Number two?
Two in our hearts.
Number one in our hearts. Number two, number one in our hearts. He's number two on his jersey. He's number one in our hearts.
The thing is, I've never met either one of them in person. I've seen them from far away.
Damo Lawrence sometimes hosts my karaoke here on Monday.
You need to come say hi to me because I've never met you.
So I'm going to reach out to Damo this week, see if he wants to karaoke here on my birthday.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Well, and also February 4th is the tryouts for the Salem Capitals cheerleader.
All right, Trevor, let's go.
Amanda.
I am not trying out.
You'd be amazing.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
I have the least cheeriest. The thing is, I was a little bit anti-cheerleader.
Anti-cheerleader?
Yes, because I was mad that they didn't come to our events or our track and field events.
You know that probably wasn't on them. There's coaches and stuff.
I blame everybody.
Okay.
I was a gymnast when I grew up, so I was like, I'm a gymnast. You're a cheerleader. Like, what you do has nothing to do with. I respect all cheerleaders.
I tried out for cheerleading when I was in high school.
Oh, I did not.
Really? Really?
And I am so embarrassed of my performance.
Do a couple round offs and throw your hands up.
That was basically my performance when I
Cheerleading. I completely respect what they do. Like the competitive cheerleading. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's hard. I'm from Houston, where we have mums the size of churches that we put on our chest for homecomings.
And the churches in Houston are huge.
Oh, they're you have to pay to go to church in Texas.
You had to what? Pay for what?
Like for front row seats for like Joel Osteen or anything, you have to pay for those seats.
Is it a bigger like tithe or just like you pay up front?
No, you have to pay for the tickets.
You know you have to pay to go to the bathrooms in Europe and the movie theaters too.
In France, I had to pay to use the bathroom, and that was horrible. But I'm pretty sure they scammed me.
I had to pay to use the bathroom in Mexico.
Church is where they scammed you. Like you get up, if you sit in the front row, that is not closer to God. Now balcony.
I tried to. It was at McDonald's, and they.
Your church was at McDonald's. That's a McChurch.
And my church's chicken. No, that's a different brand. On a serious note,
So Salem Capitals, we covered the Salem Capitals. They have their meet and greet.
excited about it. I think it's exciting to go meet some tall people.
Chopped liver. I am 77 inches tall.
I know, but they're all taller than him, aren't they?
5'17". They're not all taller than me. Jason's taller than me. I think Thomas got me by an inch or two. Guys come in here all the time, so
The big wine guys.
yeah, and it's nice to be able to see people eye to eye, except for Jason, which I still look up to that guy.
Is he 7 foot, 6'10" maybe?
12'4". I don't know.
I think he's 6'7", isn't he?
Is he 6'7"? I thought he was like 7'2".
I don't know.
He's only 2 inches taller than me.
You have to look up.
I had never met him in person.
Okay, he's not 7'7" then. 7'2". We'll say 7'2". I don't wish I was that tall, but I wish I was like 5.
I would hope not.
Yeah, you hit your head on things. It's hard to buy clothes.
Have you guys seen it's the guy who has, I think he has a TikTok and Instagram account, but when he's talking and each time he has to duck underneath the doorway, he pauses and looks at it and then he ducks underneath.
Oh, I do that. I'm only 6'5", but I'm always like, just to be sure.
All right, guys, this is a perfect time for us to cut to one of our commercial breaks.
Hey guys, it's Katie and Allie here for our weekly market update. We have some new figures, new facts for you in regards to the market. Take it away, Katie.
Yeah, so it's Sunday, February 4th, and as of today, there are just over 1,000, to be specific, 1,002 homes that are currently active in Marion, Polk, Lynn, and Benton County. If you've been following our market updates, you'll see that number has been dropping as the weeks go by. The last 7 days, 97 new homes have come on the market, and the average list price is about $608,000. Now, what's really interesting is the homes that have gone pending or have gone under contract is 561. In the last 7 days, it's about 70. The overall for those 561 homes that have gone under contract, the average price of those is about $485,000. And if we take it one step further and look at how many homes have sold, we look at last 7 days, 87 homes have sold. And the average of those 87 homes, the sold price is $464,000. So you can see the really hot inventory in this market is going to be your under 500 mark.
Nice. Great information. We'll have some of the stats over on the side as well as below. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us and we'll answer any questions you have.
Thank you.
I think
We come in here often. So.
we are doing better. We had a little bit of a break where we didn't come in for a while, but now we're back.
Shut down this whole place because it was like, well, if they're not going to come in, why stay open? But I didn't. I held strong.
Do you guys have any more mugs?
I do. In fact, we're selling our glue vine mulled wine coffee mugs for 50% off now. They say Old Zen, West Salem, Oregon, December 2023, so they're dated.
Vintage.
They're great for coffee. I don't know if they're vintage yet. They will be. But I am selling them for half off right now. So
They're awesome. I have one. You gave me one for my birthday, so it's really, really nice. Do you have any more mulled wine or anything like that?
the mulled wine,
Mulled?
yeah, MULLED.
Mulled?
A mule, that one tastes like ass. The muled wine. There's one.
The hot alcohol.
Yeah. So we do that we do that every December. So December we'll have a new mug every year, just like the glue vine that you have at the Christmas markets in Germany. I lived in Germany for years too. So it's like you go to a Christmas market, it's snowing on you, drinking hot spiced wine. It's fun to walk around. So bringing a little of that European flair here in December each year.
The very first time I had mulled wine was last year.
Mulled wine?
Mulled wine.
And auf Deutsch Glühwein.
The one I had it was less intense as like a just a regular red wine.
Yeah.
I think you'd really like it.
I had it.
Oh, you did?
The one that you had here, I tasted it. You gave me a little bit, and then it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Made it myself. You don't have to say actually. You can just say it was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I was so surprised.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, somebody's at your house.
Someone is at someone is at in the front of my house.
We just got a Ring camera for our front door. I'm getting used to that sound, yeah. It's almost like the Teams chat. So.
Oh, and there's so many people that have it, and somebody else's goes off, and you're like, is that mine?
Yeah.
I have 2 wireless ones.
Oh, you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do. I know you do.
I do.
I do.
Bear and Zoe. Yeah.
Oh, your dogs.
If anyone even just steps foot 75 feet past our door, they go
Do
crazy.
you have any pets?
Michelle does.
What does that mean?
So I want to break. I'll ask, because we've been married for almost 25 years now. I said, I want to break. I want 3 years without any pets. 3 years of like, no dogs, no cats, and just like no hair, no kitty litters, no dog food, no cat food. Just 3 years. That's not too much to ask for. And she's like, all right. And then she gets another dog. So far, she's got 2 dogs and 2 cats.
Oh, so she does, not you.
What kind of dogs?
She's got a, what is that dog? A wrinkles in the face. No, the wrinkles in the face. Shar-Pei.
Shar-Pei. Oh.
Yeah, she's got a Shar-Pei and a half Newfie, half Black Lab.
Oh, wow. Big dogs. Okay.
A 140-pound puppy.
Gosh.
He's like 2 now, and then the Shar-Pei is like 5 or 6 or something like that. And then a couple cats, and our oldest cat that she got when she graduated and got her master's degree, I approved. I don't really have a say.
She got one.
Her friend for a present. It's like, can I get her a cat? I'm like, you can get her a cat. I'd be overridden if I'd said no anyway. But then that was in 2005.
And it's still alive?
Yes, she yells at us every night. And then another cat that we got a couple of years ago or something. I don't know.
Well, they're good for rodent control.
Yes, sure. I don't have a lot of rodent problems in my residential.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Does your cat catch stuff?
No, I don't think. Well, she probably would if there was mice inside, but she doesn't really go outside. She's just an inside cat.
Do cats do tricks?
Do cats do tricks?
I
Yeah.
have this little like feather.
Lay there, act nonchalant. Good cat.
No, I think they kind of ignore what you're saying. But I have a toy on a string, and you can get her to do flips and stuff. She'll basically just chase a ball or a feather.
Laser.
That's
They
about
like laser.
Lasers. But no, they don't listen to anything you say.
I think that's why I think I'm too much personalities meld a little too much.
I'm too domineering to be like,
I can't.
I'm going to do what I tell you.
It's just attitude. I feel it's just attitude.
It's a cat doesn't really have anything for them to do. Like, what do you want a cat to do?
Comfort me.
They will. They will.
They just do it when they want to.
Right.
They basically just do whatever they want.
My dogs are, I think at this point now, I mean, Bear. I have to say it a couple times, but if I have to get my mom voice out to say Bear, he knows and he comes running.
My dog does the same thing. As soon as I lower my tone, he'd come running.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look for one slipper each day. I'm like, where's that slipper? And it's the Newfie. He's put it somewhere.
He doesn't chew it up though.
No, it's all completely intact. It's just somewhere in the house. Usually my sons are.
My dog one of them will take my keys, and I don't understand why.
I think you need a key holder for like a key hook. There's no way.
And a little thing, but if I like throw it on the couch or just like I'm dashing really quick.
You shouldn't throw your keys on the couch.
Sometimes I'm in a rush, Nate, and sometimes
You know what's really gonna slow you down later? Looking for your keys.
that's literally what ends up happening. But she will take them and she'll put them like underneath her, and then she'll lay on her bed and she won't move. And that's when I'm like, why haven't you moved? And then I'll nudge her off, and there they are.
Same one that ate the pie?
Yes,
Troublemaker.
waffles.
I have a question for, I mean, everyone here has dogs.
Yes.
Do your dogs, do you ever give them toys that have squeaks in them, like squeakers?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Good answer. How often do your dogs, like within seconds, tear it out and bring it to you like it's their heart?
That's the point.
Succeeded. It's like, oh, here's the squeaky thing. Squeaky's. It's like the files are in the computer. Their goal is like, I did it. Thank you.
It's like a hunting mentality where it's like, that's
So
what
I have Bear, who's the German Shepherd mix, big dog. And then Zoe, who's the small little, like, tiny thing.
Yeah.
Well, she'll get in there with her little nose, and within seconds, and you would see this dog and be like, there's no way she could like ever tear anything apart. But she's the one who will like take a toy and just annihilate it within seconds.
Fluff everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
It's like Normandy.
Yeah. Stuffed animal Normandy.
Stuffed animal Normandy.
Yes, but then and I have actually a picture of it where she actually brought the squeaker and just laid it right on my leg.
mother, how did I do?
I was like, you freak.
I have murdered this for you. It's just like a cat. Like, here was the bird I killed. You'll notice the head is missing. It was delicious.
Oh my gosh. Do we have anything else just really quick?
So there is actually something I wanted to talk about, and it's a term most people haven't heard about, preliminary title reports. So, yeah, right. Really? So, which is actually kind of surprising because you didn't buy your home too long ago. And it's when you go under contract on a home within the first, typically it's right around the first week you go under contract, you'll get what's called a preliminary title report. And it's a document from the title company that shows anything on the title that a potential buyer should be aware about.
That.
So maybe you do know.
It's so long ago.
So it will show if there's like liens against the property, if there's easements, if there's, past due taxes, and it'll even show if there's like past due child support. There's one that I ran across recently where, it's like looking through it and everything looks good. And then I come across this, there's a sidewalk construction deferral agreement. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. And within the report, there's hyperlinks you can click on to take you to different documents or like,
within the county, within the city, say like, oh, like the sidewalk's going to get built. And
yeah, and that's exactly what this was. So it's actually here in West Salem. So I clicked on the link that took me to a document that's recorded with the county that says in 2002, there was this proposed sidewalk construction agreement on this specific road. And, I was looking through it and just thinking, okay, like maybe it's just like something the city's going to do. No, it actually, if you read through it, what it says is the owner's responsible.
Man,
Yeah.
that could be costly.
Yeah, totally. Cost of concrete alone. What's interesting is in this, they had 3 different options, or maybe 2. It was the city could say, hey, we're going to do this. Here's the assessment. Here's what you owe. Or the owner could say, you know what, I'm just going to do this myself, but they would have to submit it to the county, really, and say, do you approve of this? And it runs with the land, which means regardless of who owns the home at whatever point.
Could be a general contractor. I'm like, well, I could do this myself. Why would I have the city do it? Or you're like, I have no idea how to do it. Take it care of it, city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. With this, there were other things with the home that, came up. But with this, it was a big, unknown.
Yeah.
And I called the city. I never got a response back on, what's the status of this deferral? Is it still in deferment? Is there, a potential date where this will actually be assessed? And, that's a really big, scary unknown for someone coming into something. I were to not look at it. Obviously, if you send it to someone who's not experienced in that kind of stuff, they're not going to look at it, maybe not read through it as thoroughly as, someone like myself would. But reading through it, I'm realizing, whoa, this could be a big thing. So I let my client know who was the buyer. hey, like, take a look at this. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but, you know, read this and let's talk about it. And he was like, so I could potentially be, you know, responsible for X amount of dollars. I was like, pretty much that's what it says. Anyone who's looking to buy or even sell a home, you can order a preliminary title report on your own home and to see what's on the title. So, you know, make sure that you transfer a free and clear title.
And if there's an ancient Indian burial ground, would that show up on there?
You know, I've never ran into that, so I can't say yes or no. But also you do, when you're in a transaction, you do have a certain period of time, and typically it's 5 business days to review that title report, raise objections, or terminate based off of it. And it also protects your earnest money. So
Awesome. It is a document that needs to be read thoroughly. And like not one to kind of like, okay, let me just kind of browse through really quick and just sign and say, okay, everything.
Here, initial here, initial here.
Okay, look at it, click on the links and actually kind of see. And you should have an agent who is walking you through
absolutely,
it.
every time.
So that is a red flag, in our opinion, if your agent is not reviewing those with you. They should be going through it with you or reviewing it.
Title company will send the buyer and seller a copy of it too, along with the agent. And so, I mean, I can't speak for other agents, but when we get them, we look, well, at least I do, I look through them very thoroughly.
Looked at that one and I'm like, well, really? Tell me more about this sidewalk.
Yeah, exactly. There's really nowhere on that document that you are required to sign and say, I saw this and acknowledged it. So that's a little bit tricky too. So if it gets sent to you, like you, like as a good agent is going to know when that title report sent out and be like, okay, clock starts now on this portion. It is an easy document to look over. Yeah. So it's really important that you have someone who knows that, yeah, this is just a document coming through, but it's actually a really important document because it can truly affect the resale value of the home.
Thanks for that tidbit.
You're welcome.
I learn something new every day. And that's like 2 things I've learned new.
All right, that's it. Thanks, Charlene.
Thank you, Charlene. You're amazing.
Scott.